17 sixes. Record for India in a World Cup game. Amazing. A lot of the players practice this hitting. On certain days they just look to clear boundaries, come to the square in the middle. I think it's almost just trying to find their 100% swing, and it's got a certain pattern to it. Power play was also excellent launch phase here. It's been really decent for Zimbabwe. Lost a wicket. They've been trying to feel their way for the maximums. Haven't quite been as clean as what we saw India, but in those strikes that Sunny was describing as bang, but there's been a few of them. That one in particular, Rohan Chakravarti, was his first ball and he was clobbered up, reverse hit, and the drop catch there from Rinku Singh. So the last 30 balls, it's been done for 40. That's a huge hill to climb though, 213 for 84 deliveries. That's going to take some striking. So we're done with power play. 6 overs gone, 44 for no loss, and spin at both ends now. Akshar Patel. Well, didn't play the last game. He's the vice captain of the side, brought back. Rightly so, experienced. Season campaigner. Marumani. Wonder what ideas he'll have against the left arm spinner. That's in the air. Simple catch. Ishan Kishan making no mistake. And Akshar Patel striking with a second delivery. He uses his height to good effect as Akshar Patel. And you can see he's bowled it at about 87 kilometers per hour. Normally he bowls around the 90s, mid-90s. Slowed it down, given it a bit of air, and that's why the extra bounce. He wasn't quite able to keep that. Ishan Kishan not wearing the gloves this time. Takes it quite comfortably. The first wicket down for Zimbabwe at 4, and Marumani is gone for 20. Four for 1. Anything. Tries to cut it away, but what's quite funny is it's Ishan Kishan. He threw the ball up there, and Sirikumar Yadav, after the catch was completed, this is in no problems there. As he throws this ball up, Sirikumar Yadav just about gets bombed the cricket ball. Wide signal. It's a good start, but from Akshar Patel. He's got the experience. He varies his pace nicely. Here again, slow. Here. With just 4 runs of the over and a wicket, 48 for 1. Working hard in the nets yesterday. He would have been told yesterday that he would be playing. And you can see it's a conscious effort to bowl a little bit slower. Give
the ball a little bit more air. You can see that. Normally he likes to, dart the ball in, but take.
When you look at the speeds, Ravi, there was a great difference between his slowest and his quickest ball, and I think that's as a power hitter what you're trying to have to get used to all the time. So Axar mixing his pace up, as Sonny mentions, excellent.
Also, because he's tall, he doesn't really have to give the ball a lot of air. The point of release is so high that he's already got a bit of, above the batter's eye line, you could say that. So he's just slowing it up when he's releasing it. Very clever, very, very, over a period of time, he's, added that little bit to his bowling. Where is the line? Maybe 6 inches here, 6 inches off stump, 6 inches middle and leg.
Saw those speeds as well, and typically here in Chennai through this middle stages tend to lose a bit of air and it becomes a little tricky to hit. And of course Zimbabwe required almost now 16s, and then you're just under so much pressure. So if you're seeing variation as what we saw pretty much every ball from Axar last over, it's those adjustments that create the doubt, and that's why he's such a cagey and hard bowler to hit.
Just a single. 50 comes up for Zimbabwe. 7.3 overs, still a long, long way to go. Still over 200 runs to get. 5 balls remaining. He was taken for a couple of boundaries in the first over that he bowled. Getting his length right, mixing it up. Swings on the onside, again finding the fielders in the deep at the moment. Already the required rate, but surely getting out of bounds, close to 17 at the moment. It's a late appeal. Sanju Samson says he's heard something. Well, I heard something in my ear as well from the stump mic. Will he go for it? Yes, he's gone for it.
Good play review for Cook High. Original decision is not out. Delivery. I'm looking at the split screen. Running through. Looks like it's missed a bat. We'll just confirm that with Ollie. Running through. Clear gap and no spot. We'll go back to you can say your original decision of not out. You're on screen.
It's 51 for one. Akshar Patel continuing. I saw him coming.
darted it into his legs.
94 kilometers per hour, that one. Yes, he saw him come down the pitch, so bowled it shorter and quicker.
Is there an advantage, Ravi, in being tall as a spinner?
It will clear long on. Yes, big advantage when it comes to bounce. I think what he's learned well, it's not easy to toss the ball up from that height. So pace has to be subtle changes worked on. So the timing of your release of the ball becomes very important. Oh, that's good shot. Quality shot. He's played some really good shots, Bennett.
It's moving away, but at the same time keeping his head pretty still. Not looking to hit the six, just looking to get over that extra cover fielder because there was protection down there. Very smart padding that.
On the bounce to Rinku Singh. Abhishek Sharma not on the field.
Yeah, we're trying to work out what's happened to him here. It's almost like he's spiked himself or something.
Oh, that's huge. Second six of the over. It's a biggie. 19 coming off it, 70 for 1.
Last ball of the over. In the slot and at a good pace as well. Around 96 kilometers per hour. The previous over he bowled a fair number of deliveries in the 80s, mid-80s. This over, pretty much everything in the 90s.
He's played well and really good shots. A couple of against Bumrah as well. 19 of the last over. He's moved to 42 from 27.
He's just having a really good World Cup. His opening combination's been excellent. Sometimes he's the aggressor and other times he just waits. On this occasion, just unleashes on a quality bowler like Axar Patel. Such a difficult individual to get away and smash.
Yes, the first over that Akshar Patel bowled pretty much under the 90 kilometers per hour, slower. The second over he bowled everything in the 90s, medium pace, so maybe it came onto the bat that much easier.
That's up in the air. Two fielders converging. Tilak making no mistake. Ample time. Call now, Ras Hardik to stay back. Myers is the man who has to depart.
Yeah, very tricky, isn't it? When you're sitting at almost 18 runs and over, at some point in time you've got to pull the trigger. And Myers on this occasion just gets way too deep under the ball and gets maximum elevation but no distance wide. A good tidy catch. Gone for 6, 72 for 2.
So the skipper comes out to the middle. 72 for 2. distance, getting a lot of height.
Did nothing really technically wrong other than just catching the ball a fraction early. I was thinking when I was looking at it that his head was actually going back, but it really wasn't. Yeah, well taken from Tilak Varma there. No problems whatsoever. It's always difficult when you get someone in your eye line.
It's a good over. Just 3 runs conceded after 10, 73 for 2.
Some colour. We love it. All Zimbabwe's batters. Sikandar Raza is one who does have, and you do see the skills gap in terms of power hitting. Of that, an opportunity for Bennett. He's hit a couple tonight, but India hit 17 sixes in their innings, and right from the outset you think back to Sanju Samson as he walks out, the desire to assert himself. Abhishek Sharma went in full flow, but you go down their order. Oh, lucky that doesn't clip leg stump. Almost like, how doesn't that clip leg stump? Middle stump and still missed one stump outside leg. Shouts of catch it, doesn't quite get there. Abhishek Sharma, 7-8 for 2.
We talked about Raza. He's got experience here, played for Punjab Kings. Scored the winning runs against the Chennai Super Kings here as well. So any player of the Zimbabwe side that has had the experience of this unbelievable crowd. Zimbabwe supporters still charging up on the top of the stands.
It's one thing, I'm talking about this skills gap of, hitting the ball out the ground. Burl is another, is quite capable. But marry that with the attack you're up against. Raza bangs one out the park. Certainly capable of doing it, and that's his first for the night.
Yeah, this is an ability that Raza has built over a period of time. Able to take the attack on, the word go. Again, hanging on the back foot to Varun Chakravarti. Because Varun hits that back of a length that hits the top of the off stump. So hang on the back foot, you can actually take it square off the wicket. And that comes with mental preparation.
I thought South Africa did that really well. They also gave up their stumps, so Brevis, he decided it didn't matter if the stumps. Oh, that's what Chakravarti's so good at. They played a lot off the back foot and gave themselves a...
And because he bowls the stump line, when you Bumrah needs 3 wickets, 500 in internationals. Sikandar 4 runs for 3,000 T20 Is. Ryan Burl 57. 2,000 runs. Let's stop that from Akshar Patel.
It's a good challenge for Chakravarti, number one T20 bowler. Guy that I guess really had his big break being here in. Played all different grounds around in Chennai. The last couple of games he's been under a little bit of pressure.
So it was exactly what Sanju was telling Varun. He's telling him that he's staying a lot more on the back. So pitch the ball up a little. It's clever, Sanju, passing on the information.
Yeah, hedging on a short one and then couldn't quite hoik it to the onside. 87 for 2.
Touched on Chakravarti, and it's been quite a few changes that he's gone about his action. 2021 was the last World Cup. One big change that he's done is actually bowled a lot wider from the stumps. He's a lot faster through the crease as well. But I think the most important thing is just his follow through and his action. Just look at that top, right back up on the top. It just shows that he's actually getting through his crease a lot more and a lot better. And because he's bowling wider, him to get a lot more drift as well, and we know his success is being able to hit the stumps and pick up wickets that way.
The big change that from 2021 to now is the fact that 21 he was pulling more side spin and now it's more overspin.
Oh, couldn't quite get it in the gap. And the Raza. Yeah, talk about him in a bit. Here, finish your point on Varun.
Yeah, you watch his foot, you can see he's very much on the heel, but more importantly for me, and you think about it from a pace bowler's perspective, when they get that follow through arm a lot higher, you know the energy's through. You can see the energy in the follow through.
Smoke that! Oh, what a shot! Brian Bennett with another half century. Her third 50 of the tournament. And it's a 12th 50 in his T20 career.
Has been very impressive. Backing away to Bumrah. Bumrah following him with the bouncer. His eyes on the ball at all points. Smoked that one out of the ground.
When you look at the Zimbabwe side, Bennett is sort of the next generation player that's coming through. A lot of this team is built around him. Blessing as well. It's been great to see their success on this stage. Guy that moved to South Africa, grew up a lot in terms of playing there, but just allowed to see the best of him in this tournament so far. His challenge obviously is continue to evolve as quickly as he can with the power play. Now seeing finally a 6 in this tournament for him as well.
Yeah, Tommy was complaining about him not hitting sixes. He hit 3 tonight, Tommy.
You'll not hear me complain much, Robin.
I can second that. You are a fair man.
Yeah, he's been good through the tournament. A little earlier, good skills outside of the foot. Awareness. A good reaction time. And now still in there. His 53 tonight is off 36 balls. Actually turning up in this tournament, he had the best strike rate. So the way that he played in Sri Lanka was according to situation and conditions. He was happy to do the job required for the team, and that's a good thing to see. A young guy who's troubleshooting as he goes and doing what he feels is sufficient.
I said about the skills gap, and there's also to kind of make things more difficult, you come up against Bumrah and Harshdeep and Varun and Hardik and Akshar. That's very tough. And when you're kind of coming up against them for the first time, makes it even more difficult. Slow ball. Doesn't quite hit his mark. 97 for 2.
I look at that skill set and all I think, Pommy, what football team do you support? Keeping an eye on that.
You're asking because you know.
No, I'm just quietly inquiring.
It's a red team in keeping with us. 97 for 2. Here's Akshar Patel once again. His final one. Just keeps hiding it away outside that arc. Bennett heavily sort of favoring that leg side. Wow. He's a top fielder, Akshar Patel. Really is all-round player. Goes offside and he'll pick out Ishan Kishan in the deep.
I'll tell you what, this innings from Bennett, coming up against the likes of Bumrah, Arshdeep and Hardik and Varun, will give him omens of confidence. And as he continues to grow in his young career, it's in the gap, he'll get probably a couple. Oh yeah, more than a couple. Oh, that was pretty lackluster. Almost kind of guided that. Now let it go for 4. It's Shivam Dubey.
Raza nearly got it away. Probably felt it was going away. Just gets a single there. Yeah, thought it was 4, didn't run, ran 1 and didn't give it up. That'll be wide. All-round double of 3,000 runs and 100 wickets. Only the second player in T20Is after Malaysia's Virendeep Singh. And the Raza I'm talking about. 14 done. They're the Castle Corner chaps and chapettes. 105 for 2. And it's 6. Righto, whilst they have a drink, how about we enjoy a magic moment? It's in the air, it's India, who win the T20 World Cup after 17 years. The trot is over. They all go to ground. They worked extremely hard for this, unbeaten in this tournament. $176 for 7. Oh. And I think of that actually, I think of that drinks break.
Oh, you mean the stoppage of play because of Rishabh's injury? But I'll tell you what, that moment gives me goosebumps. I've been there and know what that feels like. But to see that team do it after so long and after having gone through everything that they did as a unit from the previous World Cup and the pressures that come along with Indian cricket was truly an emotional moment for most people who play cricket in India.
what's happening in that phase. Middle phase of the game. Teams are generally trying to take it on after a good start, try and make sure that somebody's in and you can accelerate even further. Bennett has been that constant. Got a bit more flow, 3 6s for him. A 6 also for Sikandar Raza, who hasn't quite got going actually tonight. Half century. The young man, Brian Bennett, whose career started brilliantly. Some early success and very quickly has become an important part of this Zimbabwe side. And still only on. Yeah, 105 through into the accelerate phase, and when you think of the way it's gone phase to phase, illustrating just what powerhouse India are. Nice shot. Will take some stopping. Big size 13. Arshdeep Singh does the job.
Footsie from Arshdeep Singh. Nifty footwork. Fans coming in all shapes and sizes and colors.
That's dedication. That is dedication for your whole attire. Got a hold of that. Banged out the park by Brian Bennett.
He's putting up a masterclass here, Brian Bennett. Again, great positions. Standing deep in his crease. Love how he watches the ball right to the end, to the point of connection.
Now, these two are quite similar in the way that they get deep in their crease, they pull their front leg back, prop up on the hip, looking for that length.
He hits it hard once again, this time dead straight and along the ground. And 4 more. Looking to fill his boots here.
Contrasting styles around how to create power. Similar in terms of loading that back hip up, being able to get it down the ground. Saw the Castle Corner, Tommy. There they are there. They were only due to stay in Sri Lanka because they didn't have the funding to be able to get to India, and they were desperately searching for some sponsors. So it seems like someone's got on board to get them over here.
Yep, they did. They went back home and then got a sponsor and then have come back in time to watch a couple of games, and they'll be ecstatic. And yeah, thank you to proceedings. Off the edge, away for 4 more. He'll say luck in this game.
Well, yeah, this time coming inside the line, trying to hit the ball outside, overcome. And getting the boundary. He's looking really good, is Bennett.
That'll be wide. Yep, put pressure on a bowler and you'll get some deliveries to put away. 50 partnership up and it's off 33 balls. There's the test on the day in the arena. What's required in the game? Can you hit it out the ground? Can you play at the pace necessary? Being asked team here in game 1 over at Wankhede and also here. The learning that's going on of what's wanted and what's needed is happening in real time. So tough that way around. Let's look at what he's done today. The arc of the bat to the leg side, that swing. Managed to get those sixes, 4 of them. Oh, he's done well to hit it. You should leave it. You can't hit it and get a wide. Oh, 122 for 2. Did it land off the pitch? I thought it landed on the square, on the cut stuff. Oh, there you go. It landed off it. So it is a no ball.
There's following a batter, and then there's following a batter. Have a look at this back. They rolled that red soil pitch to the side. Have a look. He's gone, and he's gone, and he's followed him.
I love how he hits it, though. No ball, free hit. The ball that again. That's hilarious. Oh.
Just a reminder on the laws of that, it has to land on the cut strip. If not, it is a no ball. We'll get another free hit. 72, still 5 overs to go. There's a few milestones that could be at play here. Oh no!
That's a dot. Oh dear. Thought about it. Oh, kids, it took ages there. Oh, you're spewing if you're the bowler, especially if you're having a hard time. Toss a little bit. Oh, that is rough. Come on, Riff. That is rough.
Nothing worse than leaving a free hit.
Bailed him out, didn't he? There you go. Strikes that. Strikes it beautifully. 6 out of finish. 1 for 2. Yeah, look at his half century. Get it away in the power play against the Pacers. But stuck it out as he has done through the course of the tournament, actually. Showed good fight, and then he's found his range, and it's now up to 78 from 48 balls. Really well played. So Chakravarti. That's another 6. So a flurry of 6s here. This time it's Sikandar Raza. So going down, playing a few shots. Then at 78, Raza 25, partnership 65.
The second 6 is hit of Varun Chakravarti here. Hitting at the top of the bounce, slightly short maybe. The batting from Sikandar Raza. Hitting on the leg side towards mid-wicket and long on. He's managed to do it twice now.
He's a good cricketer, good competitor. Bennett, who has played some really good shots. Started with a couple against Bumrah, then against spin as well.
On the other hand, I feel has just removed the foot of the gas a little bit. They know they're obviously in pole position to control this game. They were going quite nicely. That's Brian Bennett for you. 258 runs in this comp so far. Third highest run getter. Markram was brilliant in the morning against West Indies. Unbeaten, taking his team home quite comfortably. Bennett did that twice. Looks like a good find for Zimbabwe. Somebody who was able to understand part of all 3 formats. Young man, bowled a bit of off spin today, but definitely stronger suit batting, and he's done really nicely. This is a good bowling attack that he's up against. He gave him a lot of confidence.
It's in the
the gap. Will beat the fielder at long off. Zimbabwe going down here, playing a few shots. The required rate is over 27.
DK and Ravi, I just wonder also, talking about confidence, how this match and the last for Varun Chakravarti, it's almost like there's just that little question mark in such a short area in India's bowling attack. And he's just been opened up a little bit in the last few matches. It's the end of the 16th, 143 for 2.
Good work from Surya and even better work from Varun coming back to the stumps, picking it up on the bounce comfortably in Raza. But good play overall.
So Arshdeep Singh, 24 balls remaining. Still over 100 runs to get.
One box that was ticked today for India was Abhishek Sharma, which I think is such a critical part of this game. As India's first 5-6 overs has been crushed out of the park today, something that they will definitely, should they get through into those semis, take into that with great confidence. But this question mark over Varun Chakravarti it's just opened that door, the way that opposition players have targeted him. You would have said that they would have actually thought, right, like Bumrah, we're not really interested in being too attacking against him, but they've turned the tables on that discussion.
That's it, this should be taken. Yes. Abhishek making no mistake. Raza, the man dismissed, looking for the big hit.
Arshdeep Singh is a wicket taker. Yet again, the knuckle ball coming to good effect. Simple catch to Abhishek Sharma. There are a few run-ins today in the field, but this one's got to make him feel good. Had a good day with the bat, and now capped it off with a nice one on the field as well. Zimbabwe lose their third wicket. Skipper, 144.
Is the new man out there. Arshdeep Singh now with that wicket is the joint highest wicket taker with Jasprit Bumrah for India in T20 World Cups. Both have 33.
First ball. Trying to flat bat it over long on. It's good and clear. He's been a warrior for Zimbabwe. He's obviously had an injury scare, but still got out there, did his bit on the field, and with the bat as well, made a nice little innings. Abhishek, on the other hand, love, just like what Haidos said, the fact that he found some runs.
Might be just sliding down. Arshdeep is very confident.
Did you notice something there, Roy? It hit the pad. Arshdeep didn't appeal, he just put his hands up. No appealing, I didn't think he wanted to waste any of his energy whatsoever. Just put his hands up and asked. And they've gone up, interestingly. Surya, last moment deciding, let's call for the DRS. And Richard Kettleborough says, okay, let's go up.
Bit of a player review for LBW. Original decision is not out. Kick feeds fearless. I'm looking at the split screen. Running through. West Coast Ultras just confirm if there's no bat involved. Here we go, flat line. Get through the bat, there's no bat involved. Go to ball track when available. Just waiting on ball tracking. Ritual decision is not out. Pitching in line, picking line, wickets hitting. Wicket, Richard back on screen. I recommend you change your decision to out. You're on screen.
Fingers gone up. Says hitting. So Arshdeep Singh, for the top of his bowling run-up, puts his hands up and looks towards the captain and the keeper. So a fine innings. In fact, Bird is the man dismissed without troubling the scorers. Sanju Samson has a quiet chuckle. Fourth wicket goes down. It's 144 for 4. Tony Munyomba comes out to the middle. Around the wicket says Arshdeep Singh. Oh, that's it. It's past the keeper into the fence.
Going around the wicket, Arshdeep just angling into the right-hand batter here. You can see just bowls that straighter delivery, just takes the trajectory onto the edge of the bat. The rhythm's good at last ball at 140 clicks. He's a good operator. He's come along so nicely ever since he made his debut. Always willing to learn, try different things. Good reader of situations and batsmen. That swung away. That'll get into the fence, one bounce. So 17 comes up. It's 152 for 4. Earlier today, Dinesh Karthik came out with the ICC World Cup trophy. Home ground for the DK and a proud moment, I would imagine. In front of his home crowd, played all his cricket here. And special claps from some of the Indian players as well. Good feeling, DK?
Yes, it was until Mohammad Siraj came in the frame. It's good to see Hardik Pandya straight away going to his Yorkers. That's one trick that, looking back at the previous game towards the back end when he was bowling to Tristan Stubbs, he didn't back his Yorker as much as he would have liked. His slower ones were being met with, and a Yorker was a good option. So it's nice to see him thinking, okay, let me try the Yorker first up.
Yes, will be handy, especially if he's bowling at the depth. He's got to be able to mix it up. He's had a good match so far. Normally when he gets runs, he bowls well. That's good. It's a good opportunity to try it as well in this situation. get some confidence going with that Yorker. Next game coming up, a big one against the West Indies. This is the last wicket to go.
A muffled appeal at best. But confirmation there from Ashdeep. So what's the problem, fellas? Surely the wicketkeeper, you could go up for me. But live, with respect to the situation, live it just looked like it was sliding from over the wicket, that angle that he creates.
Well, that's chipped in the air over Bumrah and into the boundary.
Brian Bennett is having a good day, and when things happen on your day, just keeps flowing. Hardik watched him, went outside the off stump, just got some bat on it. Bumrah picked it up a bit late. Probably a touch too far as well. Another boundary to Bennett. He's closing in on what can be a very, very good innings here. He was in Colombo, but what he's done well today is off the back foot, he's able to play so much more powerfully. He's not hit a six so far in the tournament, but today he's managed five sixes, and a few of them came off the back foot. You can see how deep he gets into his crease, gives himself a little bit more extra time, and his points so much further than normal batters would. In good batting, he'll take home a lot of confidence after this innings. Solid over so far from Hardik Pandya. He'd be proud of that. He striked 5 Yorkers. That's a close one, but no, just missing the stumps. He's nailed 5 Yorkers here, and India will need that as they go further in this tournament. The Yorkers are going to be of very good use because they are bowling second, and Dew will come into play. Here we have another look at the run out. Bennett probably just making it there.
This from Hardik Pandya. 18 gone, 161 for 4. Still Ashdeep, 2 for 21, good figures.
Do you think he's going for his 100 here? He's got 7 fours in his 85 so far. Do you think he'll be thinking of... He's just got 11 balls.
I think so. I do. I've never made a T20, hun, so I'm telling you right now, if I was on 85, I'd be looking for it. It's an amazing result. You know, when you think of the number of balls that you have as an opener.
He's so good at that. So good at that, Ashdeep Singh. Yes, goes about his job in a very professional manner. Very good skill sets. And execution on that occasion, perfect. Right on the money. Around the wicket. Good delivery at pace. The 5th wicket goes down, 162 for 4. Lashinga Musekiwa comes out to the middle. Here's Ashdip. Oh, another good Yorker.
Arshdeep Singh with this wide slingy action going around the wicket. Always hard for a right-hander to line that up. He's targeting the stumps quite nicely. By the way, there's been a few in this World Cup who've had a tough time with the bat, and I'm sure there are a few who would have had a tough time with the ball. But Musekiwa, poor guy, has had a tough time on the field. He dropped a couple of chances the other day, and even today, he'd be thinking fielding is probably the toughest part of playing this sport.
That's why when he took that catch towards the back end of the innings, it would have been a huge, huge relief. They've gone upstairs.
Whether Flurry for Court Mine, original decision is not out. Objective easily, I'm just looking at the split screen. Running through the clear gap on the left. We'll go back to Richard on field. Richard, there's no bat involved. You stay with your original decision of not out. You're on screen.
That's very good from Chris Gaffney. He's got that done really quick. This shows he has confidence in the system, saw the gap between the bat and the ball, didn't wait too long, didn't ask for. Good angles created.
Coming up tomorrow, it's England who are having a good run at the moment, taking on New Zealand, who won a terrific contest against Sri Lanka. Last ball of his spell. 3 for 23 at the moment. Once again, excellent bowling from Arshdeep Singh. He finishes with 3 for 24. It's 164 for 5, 6 balls remaining. England, New Zealand, 7 p.m. local time tomorrow from Colombo. England already in the semi-finals. Shivam Dube bowling the final over.
You asked me last over whether Bennett was going for 100. Well, he's got to hurry up. He just lost strike at that critical time when he had 12 balls and he just couldn't get on strike. And he's had a wonderful tournament. That's the thing. The third highest run scorer in the T20 World Cup. That's something that you can take back to your country and go, I'm extremely proud of that. No ball. No ball signalled.
which means it's a free hit. Trying something different, trying the slower one, rolling his fingers over.
There you go, second highest now, 267. Markram is on just a next level batting. Hetmeyer we saw the other night as well. Absolutely an on fire at Wankati Stadium. Ishan Kishan as well. Good sweet time of the ball. So he's right up there amongst the world's best here at this tournament. He can be very proud of himself.
He's really got to work on his bowling. He's bowled 5 no balls in this tournament. He has an important role to play in this team. And his overs could be important games. That's well struck. That'll go over the side screen.
You're absolutely spot on, Ravi. These teams, as you get now into the semi-finals, are going to target those people that are going to be 20 plus runs and over. And that's the margins in this game. It's often 5-10 runs. It's not, as we've seen in some of the matches, 100-run margins. No chance. When the heat comes on, the margins get lesser. So you're dead set right. Shivam Dubé's got to work on this element here for India.
Oh, that's a good grab from Sanju Samson. Outside edge, goes flying across and takes it with one hand.
Slow one yet again. The back of the hand, sticking the pitch a bit. Sanju Samson has got lovely hands. Made that look rather simple. Must have had a little bit of time because of the slow one, but still got the dive in time. Hands out. Most importantly, had control of the ball at all times. Sakiva goes for 7. Zimbabwe 173 for 6.
So Brad Evans.
You can see Dubé is making a conscious effort to bowl those back of the hand slow ones. We saw Hardik in the previous over try only Yorkers. Dubé's turn and he's focused a lot on the slow ones. This one successful.
Well, Ngidi earlier today, he was magnificent. He's bowling those slower balls, which is giving South Africa a huge edge. Red hot favourites, in my opinion, South Africa at this stage. Batting beautifully. They've got their bowling lineups under control. Goes for it and gets it. It's a magnificent strike for Bennett that takes him into the 90s.
Another 6 for Bennett. For all the 6s he's missed out in the league stages, he's making it up for. He's making it up tonight.
Yeah, he's at 6 today. Last ball of the game. Goes again and finds the gap and a boundary to end the game. So India comfortable winners here by 72. And they've restricted Zimbabwe to 184 for 6. It all boils down now to their final game in the Super 8. That's when they take on the West Indies. That's on the 1st of March in Calcutta. But otherwise, I thought Arshdeep Singh was very good today. Abhishek amongst the runs, that augurs well. South Africa have already qualified for the semi-final. And with the win earlier today, and with this win from India, South Africa go through.
Yeah, it was a real soul hand from Bennett, some contributions from Raza as well, Ramani. But it was a very, very comfortable win for India today.
Wildstone Code for the man of code. So, when did this start?
Dad, there's something evil here. Something I've felt before.
ये सिर्फ एक खेल नहीं, दीवानगी है। इस दीवानगी में इंडिया के साथ बंदे हैं। दीवाने इंडिया का, दीवाना हम सब हैं।
Some comfortable winners in the Super 8 game. The Indians in Chennai got a big score of 256 for 4, their highest score in T20 World Cups. And then restricted Zimbabwe to 184 for 6. Sikandar Raza, Zimbabwe, they tried hard. And Bennett was the standout performer there, 97 from 59. Played some really good shots.
Brian Bennett, the star of the show for Zimbabwe, 97 he got, and becomes the second highest run getter in this World Cup. He'd be proud of that effort. Sikandar Raza chipped in with a nice little 31, but other than that, not too much to speak about. In the end, they got 184 for the loss of 6 wickets. And with the bowling, Arshdeep, as always, at the back end, came in, picked up 3 wickets. Hardik swung the ball quite nicely, but didn't pick up a wicket. Bumrah, very rare to see his name not there in the wickets column. Varun, Aksar and Dubey picking up a wicket each, but all of them going for plenty.
So there you go, 256 for 4. Zimbabwe winning the toss, putting India into bat. And Abhishek Sharma back amongst the runs, 55 for him. Hardik, a good half century. Tilak played his part, as did Ishan Kishan. And Zimbabwe in reply, 184 for 6. And Arshdeep Singh, 3 for 24.
Chatted about how Tilak Verma can take on spinners, but today he took on their paces quite nicely. Came in a little later than he normally would, but played some lovely shots, getting 44 and smashed it at the back end. Hit some big lusty balls. Another tick box for India. Would have wanted Tilak to get runs, and he has managed to do it tonight.
Hardik Pandya had a good game too. He was involved in that partnership with Tilak Verma. Struck some big hits and reaching a half century. So India winning by 72. So let's go down now to Pommy Mbangwa. He's got the player of the match with him.
Yeah, player of the match is Hardik Pandya for his half century. Came off 23 balls, accelerated at the end, and he gets the award from a World Cup winner himself in Robin Uthappa, former India batter and keeper. You taking a photo? Okay, nicely done. Hardik, tell me how happy you are with your own performance and what you had to do at the back end when you came into bat.
Pretty happy. I mean, yeah, it sounds 23 ball 50, but I think I had to reassess in the situation as well. What I mean by that, I felt I was trying to hit too hard, and just in the game I realized I think I can time the ball and hit sixes as well. So I think for me it was a good game to continue the rhythm, because I feel a couple of games I had which I could not do what I wanted to do. So really satisfied.
And as far as you're concerned in formulating what needs to happen whilst you sit on the side and watch the other guys do that, tell me what that does in your own head.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, South Africa played. That South Africa and West Indies game was, we all were keeping eye. Now it's all about playing good cricket, backing your skill set. All this pressure. Kind of absorbing the pressure and making out and making sure that you put the best foot forward. So yeah, definitely we were keeping the eye, but at the same point of time, once the game got over, we focused that this is our game. We need to focus on this.
Speak about the bowling as well. When you get runs, generally you bowl well. How did you feel you went with ball in hand?
Pretty good. I think I like bowling with the new ball. It swings. God has been kind. I have the skill set of bowling in swing, out swing both. So I really enjoy. I think it gives me the opportunity to take wickets as well. It challenges the batter as well. So yeah, pretty satisfied. I still have to bowl my one over, which I'm going to go after this.
Okay. Well played, well bowled, well batted, and all the best for that important game coming up.
Thank you, sir.
Well, there's no denying that there was a swirl of opinions, maybe a little bit of panic around Team India and the manner that they went down to South Africa. But in this match, they have made statements. Abhishek Sharma finally getting amongst the runs, that 2.5 century, finishing off in style as he always does with the power that he possesses. Hardik Pandya half century, and also a very significant knock for Tilak Verma, because he had been struggling against spin. Today he took on the pace. It is one of those positive thinking ones that gets you forward. For Zimbabwe, it was always going to be an incredibly tough ask, because India hammered 17 sixes and set a total of 257. However, the claps, of course, for Team India and the Men in Blue, who win by 72 runs. But a word on Brian Bennett as well for Zimbabwe, who are officially now out of semi-final contention here on Higher Match Center Live. But we also know with Sanjay Banga and Irfan Pathan that was it. India knew you basically got to win everything from here if you want to retain that World Cup. It's a virtual knockout against West Indies at Eden Gardens. That's what it is.
Absolutely, and what a cracker of a game it's going to be, because West Indies played really good cricket as well. Even today we saw against South Africa, after losing so many wickets, I think 86 for 6, and they still got 177, and so they know how to fight as well. Eventually South Africa won today as well. We knew that this Indian team, which is a strong Indian team, will come back. It was only one game they lost, but the way they played today, the way they scored today, obviously the flat pitch, they used it to good effect as well. But what they did, which I think we didn't agree, Sanju Samson batting up the order as far as the number 1 and 2 is concerned, but what they wanted to do eventually worked for them, having that right-left combination, because of that off-spinner didn't come to bowl, which was the case before. 2 left-handers coming in with Ishan and Abhishek Sharma. But apart from that as well, there were so many positive. Arshdeep Singh nailing the Yorkers as well was fantastic. Tilak Verma was playing with so much aggression, especially lower down the order, which was really good to see, because him being in form is important for Team India.
Yeah, and he was the player in form coming into this World Cup as well. These are great visuals to see. Zimbabwe is a team that has won everyone's heart. So officially, when you look at the points table, Sanjay, you'll be like, okay, they're out of the running of the semi-finals. It's the first time ever in the history of T20 World Cups that they're actually prevalent in a Super 8 phase. So there are many positives and one more game for them to go. But South Africa have been the dominant force. They remain remain unbeaten in this competition. Their seamers were too much for the West Indies earlier in the day as well. They've got those 4 points officially with India's victory over Zimbabwe. Now, South Africa have qualified, and like I asked Irfan, that's it. That's it. It is a direct shootout in Kolkata, the place where the West Indies became world champions.
I think a couple of things that you asked me off air is, number one, why are you so conservative when you're making predictions? So you said, why
well,
only
both
50?
of you were to be
You
fair,
wanted-
both of you were conservative. I wanted someone to say, come on, 80 in the power play, and I wish that I had said that. But 55 and 60.
Conservative.
But I wanted an 80 wala answer, and
You should have
thank
said,
you,
I'm
Team
saying
India.
for 80. You should have gone
Fine,
for it.
next time I will.
Yes, please.
Tell me, Sanjay.
Yeah, but overall, I think, see, it all started when Gautam took over as the T20 coach and they started their journey in South Africa. It was Sanju Samson who was opening the batting with Abhishek Sharma, and here again, life comes to full circle. So where you started, eventually where you end up. And I hope that if this is a formula that they want to crack, wherein having a right-hander and not wanting Surya to bat in the power play, then this is what was originally planned. They probably went, and now by design or by fate, they find themselves wherein the jigsaw are falling in places. So I don't think after this they should try and change the makeup of the team. So Abhishek getting runs up top means that the predictions that you want to have from us will come back with more venom in the next predictions that we make.
Nice.
It all depends on how Abhishek is batting.
Nice,
So
nice.
with the kind of batting that he did tonight, it was fantastic stuff.
But now you're talking about the conservative approach in the prediction. My prediction
No,
was...
actually, I was just, we were having some very conversations where I was picking Sanjay Banga's brains about his time in the Indian team and things like that. And listen, before we get into that, can you just refer me to what's going on here? Match is just finished.
Yeah.
Job done. Very well accomplished. I believe Morne Morkel took Shivam Dubey directly and said, okay, go through it again, go through the paces. What would be the conversations right now when you've just won the match?
Look, we have seen these visuals happening with Indian team regularly. Once the match is over, these guys are bowling, Hardik is bowling, Varun will be seen as well. I think, whatever things are not working for you, you want to try and do that, especially when your body is warm. You just finished the bowling, your body is warm, you don't want to start again. So that's one thing as well. Like with Shivam Dubey as well, because he's went for runs as well, you want to just get things right. You want to feel better as well. So the bowling coaches as well as the players who wants to bowl, they want to just fine tune that. Maybe bowl few balls as well. But I've been very concerned about making things complicated. Look, I've been talking about it regularly as well about Varun Chakravarti. Varun Chakravarti in the nets, I didn't like those visuals. He was bowling slightly shorter. Yes, he went for run, but he's our number one bowler. He's taken wickets, and I saw the way the bowling batting coach was taking the ball after pitching the ball was actually above the stumps, which was quite short. And Varun's strength has been hitting the stumps, hitting the top of the bail. That's his length. Yes, he's not too full like other spinners. He's not slow. He's slightly quicker. But bowling too short is not going to work for him. So don't make things complicated when things hasn't worked. Sometimes keeping things very simple under pressure, it's very important. So yes, this practice is very good. You want to fine tune everything, but doing too much, especially in between the tournament, sometimes doesn't work for you.
Especially when the pressure is on. Sanjay, I'm going to refer back to our off-air conversations. One of the other off-air conversations, or rather it was me picking his brains, was like, where are the all-format players, those players that are good in red ball cricket, that can translate their skills into T20 cricket? Brian Bennett considers himself a red ball specialist, values the fact that he plays in the whites. His innings, his story for Zimbabwe, this entire T20 World Cup.
And one thing that I noticed about him is that it seems that he doesn't want to get out. He wants to bat and bat and bat. And it reminds us of a little bit of how Pujara bats. He loves to bat. He's part of our commentary panel as well. And he gives you that impression that he doesn't want to get out. He was a little bit aggressive today. Early games we saw that he was not taking as many chances, was not hitting that many balls in the air, but here he was willing to take those chances, and some of those chances were coming off. So he may have discovered an extra gear of himself as far as batting in T20 is concerned, when you have to chase large scores, and eventually came out quite well in within striking distance of a wonderful, what would have been a wonderful 100. So overall, I think if Zimbabwe cricket, which is on the uphill again, has to go in that particular direction, Brian Bennett is going to be their batting mainstay. And look at some of the Zimbabwe players, batters over the years. I think if there was one Graham Hick who had to go out and find shores and find success of playing international cricket in England, but here is a batsman who's got enough batting ability and that hunger to play for Zimbabwe for a long, long time.
He's a very smart cricketer also. In Sri Lanka, not even 1-6. Not even 1-6. And here, in this inning itself, he hit 6 sixes. So he can change the gear as well, but he assesses the conditions. Sri Lanka, big ground, slow pitch. He said, okay, I'll play with a strike rate of 120, but today's strike rate was something else. He can bowl